Hi class, today we are going to cover how to do a C-shaped house. C is in the letter C, and an E-shaped house. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the rectangle tool, and I'm kind of zoomed out here because I need to see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to start with a ordinary rectangle. I'm going to make the middle part of the house right here. And now I'm going to grab the select tool and double click on this square here. Next, I need my move tool, and I'm going to hit Control. And I'm going to move this to the other side so it's the same size. And I'm keeping it on the red axis, as you can see. And I need to zoom in here to make sure it's overlapped, and it's not. So let's go ahead and see if that worked out. I'm going to take the eraser tool, delete the lines, and it worked out. Alright, next I'm going to take the push-pull tool, and I'm going to pull this up. And similar to our L-shaped house, I need to put a seam in the roof. So I'm going to take the line tool, and I'm going to go from the inside corner to the outside corner. And next, I need to find my midpoint here. And it goes midpoint to midpoint to midpoint. Next, we're going to take the select tool, and I'm going to shift click on these two lines here. And I'm going to take my move tool and simply pull the roof up. Now, to do an E-shaped house, we're going to rewind a little bit. So I'm going to hit the undo button, or you can hit Control V. And I'm going to go back to about here. I'm going to take the rectangle tool, and I'm going to add a rectangle in the center. And if I don't like quite where it's placed, it looks pretty close. But if I don't like quite where it's placed, I can click on this, take the move tool, and move it slightly if I want. Next, I'll take the eraser tool, unselect that first, or that whole thing would have deleted. Take the eraser tool and get rid of the line. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull it up with the push-pull tool. And again, I have to put my seams in, or the entire roof will not work. Again, I'm going to go midpoint to midpoint, midpoint again, and then midpoint again. Now this part's a little bit different. I need to put a seam right here on this midpoint, and a seam right here, and then I find the midpoint and go here. Okay, and now I'm going to take my line tool, and I'm going to go ahead and select these lines to and I have to make sure it's on blue axis when I pull it up. Okay, as you can see, this is kind of a mansion style house. And then again, we use our offset like we did in the other house. And then we're going to pull this edge up. And then you can do this part of the roof where you do your lines, go up to the center, pull it down, do all of that part. I'm going to go ahead and make a door, but I'm going to make it in a slightly more advanced way than we did before. So I'm going to start out with a rectangle, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my 2-point arc. I'm going to put a point here, pull it up in the center. Next, I'm going to take the eraser tool and get rid of this line. So we have kind of an arched door. Then I'm going to take my offset tool, offset it. I'm going to get rid of these extra lines here. Take the push-pull tool and pull this out. Now I'm going to use the circle tool. We're going to do a door handle. So I'm going to make a decent sized door handle, but not too large. I'm going to take the push-pull tool here, pull it out a little bit, and then take our select tool. I'm going to select this. I'm going to take the move tool, hit Control. Don't hold down on it, just hit Control. And we're going to slide this down a little bit here. And I'm going to go ahead and select this. Next, I'm going to take the scale tool, hold down on Control so it goes from the center instead of the other side, the opposite point. And I'm going to pull this in a little bit here, so it looks a little bit more like a door handle. Then I'm going to take the push-pull tool and pull that out, and we have a decent door handle. I'm not saying it's perfect, but for our purposes it's good. You can pull it out a little bit more and also scale it down on this side as well if you would like to do that. And then obviously there will be all sorts, this is a large house, so there will be all sorts of windows up here. There'll be extra doors. If you want to do a chimney, and if you have a line like this doesn't usually happen with mine, you can soften it, right click on it, hit soften, right click on it, hit soften. Kind of cover up any mistakes. And you can add all sorts of stuff, multiple chimneys, multiple windows, multiple doors. You can try to do a pool. There are a lot of different options you have with this sort of thing. That's all I have for you today. That's how to make both a C and an E shaped house. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.